gain the world and lose his soul. I was like,
is that what you define that happened to him? He lost his soul?
Definitely. He knew it. He definitely knew it.
As I close, I am going to recognize Desiree, because from day one, real women do real things. I'm a real woman, and I'm a woman of God. That woman is a woman of God. She's in training, she's in the work, she ain't perfect, but she love that man. And that's why I love you. You hear me?
You'll always be my cover girl. That's why she'll always be my other girl. Baby, she'll always be my cover girl. That's why you'll always be my other girl. I love you, girls.
Today is my husband's funeral, which unfortunately I cannot make because obviously I am busy here in Tunisia. I would have loved to have gone. We were together for 17 years. Unfortunately for me, he did decide to die on the week I had planned to come on holiday. So I did make the decision not to go because, I need a holiday at the end of the day, and my holiday is way more important than sitting in a church watching people cry. I would love to give him a good send-off, so I'm going to get absolutely drunk tonight with this new guy that I met. I'm going to raise a glass for you, Jeremy, because you were an amazing husband, very rich. I can't wait to do the will reading when I'm home. I have made sure I'm going to be home in time to do the will reading because I would not miss that for the world, because obviously I am due to get a lot study, and that's a very, very important thing to me. So I hope you have a good funeral stay, Jeremy. Love you. All good things have to come to an end.
What's the most humbling experience you've ever had?
Without a question, that would be waking up in the hospital after being married 28 years and your wife's gone. She's run off with another man. I was in there for back surgery, but I didn't know she was already seeing someone else. And it was a shock. It was something I wasn't aware of. I even had an imagination that would happen after being married 28 years. That wasn't the bad part. It's just being blindsided and not realizing the groundwork that was being taken place. She was getting the post office bonds, selling my house. I went from having a house on the golf course, a house at the beach at Gulf Shores, to no house at all. And basically the Alabama lawyer put me on the street without just anything that I worked all my life for. And now I'm 68. I wish I'd made better plans. It reminds me of somebody told me one time, save money so money can save you. I didn't make any preparations at all for that. If anybody's watching this, they can learn from my mistake. I hope they do.
Tell us the truth!
Alright, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, aka Doc BOA. Yep, I got time today. RIP to DMX, one of the most influential New York rappers ever, and one of the few who was able to have a lock on the entire country with 2 platinum albums in 1 year. And I'm not talking about 1 fiscal year, I'm talking about 1 calendar year. But his wife, who, of course, he admitted that he cheated on her and, he ran around on her and all of that. But that's just part of what a woman has to accept with a man.
So I went through great lengths studying because I just knew that somewhere in scripture it had to say that a man could only have 1 wife. I couldn't find anything expressly saying that a man could only have 1 wife. I saw things that might imply, but then again, I also found the same thing for polygamy, things that would indicate and might imply that a man could have more than 1 wife. All right, I started looking for pro-poly arguments just to see if I could argue against them. And really, the really strong ones that I found, I could not argue against. And I listened to the reason why these women wanted another wife in their family. It was just very interesting and refreshing to see such a level of loyalty and sisterhood amongst women, which in our current modern society, we don't really have a lot of. I realized that in my own household, there was a lack. And so that's why I'm like, well, okay, I would like to have a woman around all the time. I would like to have a woman around the house who knows me. I would like somebody to share the cooking with, share the grocery shopping with, share the taking care of the children and all that kind of stuff, and just be really close with each other in a sister-like way. And so I saw the benefits of polygamy.
If you're gonna be a man's wife, then you got to take the good with the bad, because she wasn't complaining about them checks. She wasn't complaining about that lifestyle. And more than women, DMX kind of had, he had some other issues going on, but he had those issues when she married him.
Gain the world and lose his soul. I was like,
is that what you define that happened to him? He lost his soul?
Definitely. Wow. He knew it. He definitely knew it. X was such a brilliant man, and he was so connected with God, but you can't have one foot here and you can't have one foot over here. Not with the calling on his life that he did. We all have a calling.
Right.
We all chosen, we all called, but a few of us are chosen for certain things that God is going to put on us to fulfill. And X was one. And he knew his calling. Not all of us know our calling. If we don't dig deep enough, we could live this whole life and not know our calling. And he chose to be over here and over here.
But eventually she divorced him. And it was not at a good time, because DMX's last few years were not good years. All those years of substance abuse finally caught up with him. You could put your body through that, all of those years. You get into those 50s, man, your body gonna show you something. Like you guys who are out here, drinking all this alcohol all the time. Yeah, you could do it while you're in your 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s. But I'm telling you, if you keep that crap up, by the time you jump into them 50s, boy, it's going to start showing up on you inside your body, man. It's going to start doing a number on you, because that's a lot of wear and tear to put on your body besides the normal wear and tear. But his wife, once he passed, went to battle with Def Jam to get 50% of DMX's catalog. Well, here's the problem with that. There was a divorce. And part of the arrangement of the divorce settlement was that if she took that money then she would have no grounds to come after anything later. And so now that man's entire catalog is going to revert back to the label. Why? Because a woman can't find it in her to stick it out with a man. I've seen this, man, ever since I was young, man. Military guys, their wife can't stick it out with them. Then they end up being older. The man passes away. The woman end up being older, and she could have used that money that was going to be left, and it was going to be all hers. Same situation we just talked about last week with Barry White. New woman he married, thought she was going to get the paper. He never was legally divorced from his ex-wife. And the ex-wife got the paper because on paper, they were still married. So I want y'all to understand, man, these women don't care about what happens to you after y'all are not together. But you see how the woman will come at half of that man catalog. That man been dead for a few years now, and that woman still trying to come after this catalog even though she divorced him. The money grab, dog. And they ain't got no little children together. The money grab is serious out here. And I want you guys to understand that money grab situation, because, man, these women ain't playing out here, man. But if they feel like you got it in your pockets, man, they're going to try to get it up out you. And that's just how it is, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's why you got to be able to gauge a woman by her content and character, because you just gauging her because she fine. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't too many men that ever got set up by a woman who wasn't attractive. There just ain't too many. Because you don't relax your guard and let yourself down like that and relax and be so happy and thrilled that you got the woman that you just forget about the fact that you don't know where you're at and you in this environment, or you didn't let this strange woman come to your crib, you done went to her crib, and that's why the jump out boys get you, because you're not paying attention. And the reality is, when a woman proves that she's just with you for the paper, a lot of times you men still can't let her go. Y'all start telling yourself the female rhetoric. Well, it's my job to be a provider, so it don't matter how much money she get from me. All my money is hers anyway. All my money is hers. And man, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all stop living y'all life like that. You don't have to be a sucker, man, to have a woman. You don't have to be a sucker to be with a woman. But I'm telling you, man, they all want to be the bride, but not the wife. And I mean, I'm not going to sit and tell you the woman didn't have the right to leave if she felt like she had the right to leave, because, I mean, the ex was a wild boy and he ain't pulling no punches about it. And everybody knew it because he always talked about it. But I say this, what makes a woman believe that she can go back and get some of that man paper, even though they're not legally married? And she can't claim that that paper was created during the marriage because she didn't contribute absolutely nothing to it. And some of these laws that work in other places don't really work in New York like that. But I want y'all to understand, brothers, don't allow a woman to push you into a corner where you marrying the wrong woman. And if you got the right woman, don't let some other scallywag push you in a coma to where you risk the wonderful relationship you have with your wife to be with some scallywag. Let me tell you something, bro. Just being a free man, being a single man, just having you a couple man, couple three, couple four, that's cool. But if you're a married man, dog, you don't even need to be with no scallywag. I'm not telling you that you can't have two wives. If you and your wife, if you set it up like that with your wife, if she cool with that, then cool, have 2, 3. I'm saying that you must not allow yourself to be in a situation where you risk something of value for something that has no value. And it's the same principle with DMX. See, y'all men got to understand this. You know who you are. We all know who we are. And it's our job to not compromise that for the pedestalization of a woman. So I want y'all to understand, man, that you don't allow yourself to sell yourself out because of a woman. Because I promise you, if it all boiled down, that woman can hit the lottery and won't give you nothing once you make yourself a trick in her own mind. So just don't do it. All right, I'm done with this one. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.